Once upon a time, in the animal kingdom, the animals lived in harmony, with food and water plentiful for all. The rains came in abundance, and the rivers flowed with crystal clear water, nourishing the land and the animals. The animals, from the tiny ant to the mighty elephant, thrived in the paradise. But as the wise ones say, nothing lasts forever. 1 year later, the rain failed to come, the rivers dried up, and the once lush forest turned into a barren wasteland. The trees withered, and the grass turned brown and brittle. The animals began to feel the pangs of hunger, and their harmonious life quickly turned to one of competition and survival. The lion, the king of the animal kingdom, called a meeting to find a solution to the prevailing hunger and drought in the land. He stood atop a large rock, his golden mane blowing in the dry wind as he addressed the gathering of animals. My fellow creatures, he roared, we are faced with a great challenge. The land has betrayed us, and food is scarce. We must find a way to survive together or we shall perish. The animals murmured in agreement, but deep down, each harbored a fear for their own survival. The cunning tortoise stepped forward, his eyes glinting with a mischievous idea. Your Majesty, the tortoise began, perhaps we should hold a contest. Each animal will take turns finding food, and whoever brings the most will be rewarded as the hero of the kingdom. In this way, we can work together and no one will go hungry. Hmm. The lion, pleased with this idea, agreed with the tortoise. Let it be so. Tomorrow the contest will begin. The lion roared again. The next day, the contest began. The elephant, with his massive strength, uprooted the entire tree in the savannah in search of food. The giraffe, with her long neck, reached for the highest leaves, which still held some moisture. The cheetah, the fastest animal, with his incredible speed, scoured the land for any sign of a prey. But with all this effort from these animals, it was the cunning tortoise who brought back the most food. How did he do it? He had secretly followed the other animals, taking from their catch and claiming their hard work as his own. It turns out that as the animals were busy toiling themselves to filth, that the tortoise was picking what they were finding and hiding it away. The other animals, too weak and exhausted to notice, praised the tortoise for his cleverness. As days passed, the animals began to grow weak, while the tortoise grew stronger and more arrogant. A conversation ensued between the giraffe and the mouse. The mouse said to the giraffe one evening, Gazelle, is it just me, or is the tortoise growing more flesh by the day? He does not even look like there is a famine in this land. Is there something I'm missing, Gazelle? Have you seen anything so far? The giraffe lowered his long neck to the mouse and said, Maisie, I think you are thinking too much. Maybe it's just his sturdy shell that always makes him look fat. The mouse said to the gazelle, I doubt it. Look at his chin. It's getting bigger. We are the one working and he's the one getting fat. How is that even so? The gazelle laughed. Maisie, you are just hungry. I have a bit of a carrot that you can eat for the evening. Oh, really? You have a carrot? Oh my god. Thank you, gazelle. This is why I love you. As the days passed, the tortoise began to hoard more food, sharing only with those who praised him and leaving others to fend for themselves. The once harmonious kingdom was now divided, with the strong preying on the weak. The lion, being the king of the kingdom, noticed the growing unrest. The other animals were beginning to sense something fishy about the tortoise. Where do you get all this food from when you are the slowest among all, the least hardworking, and you are never even seen in the forefront of any food hunt? The lion called a meeting to address the state of the nation. The lion began by saying, This is not the way of our kingdom. We must return to our old ways of sharing and caring for one another. Tortoise, you must have been clever, but your actions have brought division. You must share your food with others. It was your idea that whoever brings in more catch will share with others. The tortoise, now bloated with pride, said to the king, Your Majesty, long live. I'm sorry, but I cannot do that. I barely have enough for my family, and my wife is pregnant. I cannot let go of this. Everyone should fend for themselves. I have earned this food, and I shall keep it. Let the others find their own way and provide for their family. The tortoise said so arrogantly. Just as the tension reached its peak, a frail voice spoke up. It was the old fox, the slowest and oldest of all the animals. Your Majesty, the fox said, perhaps the tortoise is right. He has won the contest fairly. But let us not forget the wisdom of the past. In times of hunger, it is not the fastest or the strongest who survives, but those who work together. My fellow animals, let us join forces, share what little we have, and together we will find a way forward. The lion, the king of the jungle, nodded, seeing the wisdom in the old fox's words. Fox is right. We must work together or we shall all perish. Tortoise, you must share your food or you will be banished from this kingdom. The lion roared. The tortoise, realizing that this matter had become more complicated than he thought, and seeing that he could not survive alone, he reluctantly agreed. The animals began to share their food, helping one another find hidden sources of nourishment. The bond between them grew stronger, and slowly the land began to recover. Just few months down the line, the land, once parched and barren, sprang back to life because the rain finally came. The land became more fertile than ever before. The animals, having learned the value of unity, lived in a greater harmony than ever before. As for the tortoise, he learned a valuable lesson that in times of plenty or hunger, it is not cunning or strength that ensures survival, but the power of communal living, a community that is built on love. And so, the animal kingdom flourished once more, united in their quest for survival, never forgetting the wisdom of the fox and the folly of the tortoise. Moral lesson of the story: in times of hardship, it is not the strongest or the most cunning who survive, but those who work together and share their resources for a greater good. Did you enjoy the story? Kindly subscribe to our channel to receive more interesting stories. Click the subscription bell that you may be notified when any story comes up in the channel. Kindly like this video, share it, and tell us what you think about the cunning tortoise in the comments section. We would love to hear from you. Till the next story lovers, enjoy your day. Bye.